Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Friday, August 15th, 2014. Yesterday, jobless claims came in a little bit higher than expected, and I don't know about import and export prices. I don't know what it means anyway. You know, if they go up, I guess that's bad. If they go down, that's probably bad too. I really don't know. And probably that's why it has a gold star instead of a red star. I'm going to take a look at the Bloomberg Consumer Comfort Index and see what that has to say. Okay. Rose for the first time in 3 weeks on cheaper fuel costs and improving job market. Really? Cheaper food costs? Fuel costs, I mean? I'll make a comment about that when we look at the price of a barrel of oil in our review. But I just wanted to take a peek at that and see what it said. For today, we got a couple of reds and 3 golds, all due before 10 o'clock this morning. Red ones is the PPI FD. I don't even know what that is. PPI FD. Oh, final demand. Oh, wow, they sure like to throw out a lot of different numbers. And of course, industrial production looks like as though it's sort of self-explanatory. And the rest of these are too. Okay, let's see what's going on across the ponds. Asia is 100% bullish across the board. In some cases pretty solid, and some just barely. And in Europe, pretty much the same story. Pretty bullish, except for the FTSE, or the men in black here. All right, I thought this was interesting. Yeah, can't you just see somebody wearing that to the beach? They expose everything else, but they have to hide their face. Does that tell you something? And it looks like, yeah, things are still crazy here in the States, and in other parts of the world, they're still pretty crazy. Okay, let's take a look at the futures here. We're looking pretty positive. So it looks like we're going to open up. Gold has pulled back a tad at $2.20 minus 220 overnight, and oil is at 95.47. So why is gas up 25 to 30 cents a gallon around me? I mean, 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, when oil was around 97, as it dropped below 100 for the first time in a while. Gas was down to $3.29 a gallon, and now it's up to $3.49 and up into the $3.54.9 in some areas, which is kind of confusing to me. That doesn't make sense. Okay, you can see that got burned pretty bad on RUT and SPX that I had to get out of yesterday. They were losers, and they were very solid losers, I need to say, I guess. I still haven't put my results together for last week. I'm afraid to. Sometimes that happens with me. I'm going to have to do it this weekend, though. So we'll worry about that when that time comes. So let's start right off with the A-plus list, and maybe we can all go home early for the weekend. All right, let's see here. Right there we go. Now we get in sync here. Apple, we're still waiting for it to hit our target. Amazon, looks like it's in a new uptrend, so we're going to throw a target in down here. I mean, everybody else is in an uptrend. I got just a comment, I got a new app for my phone. It's from Scutify, and it's called sentiment, and it just tells you, you know, what everybody, I suppose, members of Scutify, whether they're bullish or bearish. Right now it's showing an 81% bullish and a 19% bearish. And I don't know what's underneath it, but it's pretty simple. This is what it looks like. I believe that it's available for Android devices too. It just shows overall, the opening screen is overall across the board, across the entire market or user group or whatever, what the sentiment is, and then you can actually look at individual stocks too. Not promoting this or anything like that. I'm not a fan of Scutify. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, because I'm sure it has to do with scuttlebutt, which is rumor. So anyway, that's that. We're going back here. So this is Baidu, the next one on our list here. We're going to take a look at Baidu. And we currently have a position, and we're a little nervous about it, but we'll be looking to get out of some of these today. Chipotle, sort of the same story, although they pulled back rather nicely yesterday, so hopefully this one works out. Costco. Gee, we have a 20 delta. I was too busy getting out of trades yesterday. I didn't get into any. And I think I need to reevaluate what's going on with the market over the weekend. Because I think that we've gotten everything we can get out of the last pullback. And I think we're going to be back into another bull run here. So kind of missed that one. So now we need to slide this over because it's no longer valid. We need our stochastic to get up above 70, preferably 80, and then come back down and give us an opportunity to come in, and that could happen in a couple of days or a couple of weeks. We just need to wait. Yes, so see here on the Dow, we are definitely broken out of our channel that we had for the last 3 weeks, and we're on our way. So now I'm just going to throw this down here. Now we have a new channel forming, but I would like to see us at least get, I'm not sure exactly where that would be. If we had another channel here. So now we're going to see if we can get back into this one. Let's see if we can get there. Alright, gold. I'm not going to be able to do anything with that dang old covered call on that thing. I think we're going to expire today and figure out what we're going to do. We're right at break even. Do I want to hang on to it? Well, sure, yeah. I think I probably could hang on to it. There's no reason to sell it, actually. It's not really losing any money. Google, a little nervous here. Really nervous at the open yesterday, but I was busy with other problems. So I think Google, we definitely are moving into a new uptrend, so we'll just move this one down here, and we'll wait for an opportunity to get back in on Google. I did a lot of counter trend trades over the last couple of days, or couple weeks actually, and we're just marching right along here. You don't even intraday, it's even difficult to find a spot to get in here. Let's see, yeah, it won't even come down to 30. It did back here, but that was before earnings. There's not much that we can do here. I'm not a chaser. I like to have a spot to get in because you sure as shooting, I get in here with even a 20 delta or something like that, and bang, it's going to reverse on me. But just for fun, let's take a look for a 20 delta. I could look for next week, I suppose. 20 delta would be at 215, which is pretty tight. Pretty tight. How about, and I'm not going to go out any further. But if I was to go out 2 weeks here, a 20 delta would be at 207.5, maybe 210. And 210 is right here, and it could easily. So, me no chase. Me no chase. Okay. NDX. Looking for an opportunity to enter. Not there yet. Netflix. We could have had maybe not even a 20 delta on that one, but I'm going to put it down for today for a 20 delta if we get the hook on the MACD. It's definitely not eligible for a 50 delta because we didn't get it down here to the 30, not even the 30, preferably the 20, of course. But we had a nice hook here. There's a little confusion during the day. But we still had a nice hook, and if it continues up today, we'll get the green hook down here on the MACD, and we'll jump in on it. Price line. Oh no. Alright, I believe we were on price line. Oops. Price line. Ugh. Okay, so looking for an entry here in price line. This 50 moving average is starting to look pretty dang flat, but we're getting some nice little flags here. Although the poles, I like to see the poles at least last a couple of days, but we're still getting higher highs and higher lows. This would be a 20 delta play here if I was to do anything on Priceline. So on the list it goes. RUT. We'll see how painful this was here. We're still okay on this one. I exited it yesterday anyway. And next week, I think it was SPX that I had one for next week. I had to get out yesterday, so we did make a little bit on this one. Where are we now? We are in a new uptrend, and we managed to salvage the 50 moving average here. So now we're looking bullish on this. So we'll slide this down here and look for an entry down there. SPX. Just kind of blew through this one. This was the loser. I put an alert on here yesterday, and I thought I'd wait a little while and see if the alert triggered that it had pulled back in the morning, and I was going to be okay, but didn't go off. So I'll just cancel that, and we have moved out of this channel. So now let's take a look at this channel here and see how long that's going to take us to get back in the groove, so to speak, to continue that channel. Okay, so now we are bullish. So we slide her down here and look for an opportunity to get in there. Tesla. Let's see here. Okay, we're coming down here. We may get an entry. And last but not least, before the weekend, is Visa. We got an up arrow here on Visa. I think we're going to get a trend change or reversal or whatever you want to call it. So I think that this is no longer valid, so let's move it down here. Yeah, I'm sure that if we get any sort of, we're just too indecisive here anyway. But I'm sure if it actually get another up day and then come back down and then back up again on the stochastic, we'll probably end up with a small flag here and a continuation. Okay, that's it for today. Have a great weekend. Thank you very much for watching, and happy trading.